In this video, we configure easy and secure logins to Windows 365 Link with a FIDO2 security key. Hey everyone, Travis here. Welcome back to Seraltos. Windows 365 Link is already a simple way for users to access their cloud PC, but we're going to take it up a notch. With the FIDO2 security key, signing in gets even easier and more secure. Before we dive in, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with a friend. If you want to learn more, check out my courses at yubiKey.com. Links are below, and a big thanks to all my channel members for your support. All right, let's get back to it. Over the past couple of weeks, I've shared a lot about the Windows 365 Link device. It's easy to manage and simple for users to work with. But here's the thing, if you've worked with end users, and I have, you know they won't love typing in their username and password every time they log in or unlock the screen. Now, we can tweak screen timeout settings. Check out my last video for that. But if we make it too long, that's a security risk. So how do we make sign-ins easier without compromising security? The answer is FIDO2 hardware security keys. Here's what makes FIDO2 great. It's passwordless authentication with multi-factor built in. You've got something you have, the FIDO2 key, and something you know, a PIN. Plus, it's bound to the device, so nobody can just grab the key and log in as that user someplace else. With this setup, users just insert the FIDO2 key, enter their PIN, and they're in. Secure and simple. One quick tip, always give users at least 2 keys and ask them to register both, just in case one gets lost or damaged. For the demo coming up, I'll use a YubiKey security key NFC, but any FIDO2 compliant key will work. Just keep in mind, the Link device only has one USB-A port on the front. If you're using USB-C keys, it has to be plugged into the back or used with a USB hub. Now, before we jump into the demo, here's something that tripped me up early on. Don't mix up configuring the Windows 365 Link device and the cloud PC. This video is all about enabling FIDO2 keys for the Link device, not the cloud PC. But since we're using single sign-on, logging into the Link device with the security key also signs the user into their cloud PC. For example, if you've got hybrid join cloud PCs, there's an extra step for FIDO2 login, but that's not what we're covering today. This is all about FIDO2 sign-in for Link devices, which are Entra ID joined and managed by Intune. Here's the plan for this demo. We'll start by enabling FIDO2 authentication at the tenant level. Then we'll turn it on in Intune. There are 2 ways to do this, globally for all new devices or with a targeted deployment for existing devices. We'll cover both. After that, we'll verify the policy is on the Link device, walk through the user setup process for the FIDO2 key, and then test logging in with it. So let's head over to the Entra portal to get started. We'll start out in the Entra portal because if FIDO2 keys are not enabled in the tenant, they won't be available for the end user. From the Entra ID portal, go to Authentication Methods. In Authentication Methods, we have a list of allowed sign-in methods. At the top of the list is Passkey FIDO2. Notice it's disabled. Let's click on that to enable it. First, we can enable all users or select a group of users. We can also exclude users. So, for example, if we selected all, we could have a group of users that were excluded from using Passkey. For this example, I'll scope it to a group of users who are able to use Passkey. I've selected the group FIDO2 users. Those are the users who will be allowed to use the FIDO2 passkeys. Let's go to Configure. We have more options here. Each device manufacturer has a unique attestation, GUID, or GUID used to identify the device. Here's a list of attestation GUIDs from YubiKey. Enforcing attestation, make sure the FIDO2 keys our users use are from legitimate vendors that publish their GUIDs to the FIDO Alliance metadata service. We'll leave that enabled. If we enable Enforce Key Restrictions, we can allow or block FIDO2 keys based on the attestation GUID. Let's leave this page set to default and save our changes. Here's the difference this change made. Before enabling FIDO2 keys, when a user used My Account to add a new sign-in method, they didn't get a passkey or USB security method, just like the example on the screen. After enabling FIDO2 as a sign-in method, now we have the option for a passkey and a FIDO2 security key. We'll configure a key for the user shortly. Next, we can enable it for Windows devices. This is done from the Intune portal. This step will enable FIDO2 for all Windows enrolled devices, and it will only take effect on newly provisioned devices. We'll review how to limit the scope or apply the settings to existing users and devices next. For now, if we go to Devices and then Enrollment under Device Onboarding, and then open Windows Hello for Business. From here, we'll enable security keys for sign-in. We can also use Windows Hello for Business, but that's not required to use FIDO2 keys. That will enroll new Windows devices for FIDO2 security keys. Click Save once the change is made, and we can close that window. As mentioned previously, this step will only apply to newly provisioned devices. My environment already has a Windows 365 Link device, so for this example, I need to enroll existing devices with a target Intune deployment. Let's go to Devices, then Configuration under Manage Devices, and create a new policy. The platform is Windows 10 and later, and for the profile type, select Templates, then Custom, and Create. Give it a name, Security Keys for Windows Sign-In for this example. Add a description if you'd like. And then go next to Configuration Settings. Select Add to add a new row. Give it a name, something like Turn on FIDO2 Key for Windows Sign-In. Add an optional description if needed. For the OMA URI, we'll add the path on the screen. I'll add a link to a document with this path in the description below. Set the data type to integer and the value to 1. Click Save and then go next to Assignments. Here we can assign this to users, devices, or groups. This example will limit the scope to just the Windows 365 Link devices. Do that by selecting all devices and then edit the filter. Set an Include filter and then select the filter for the Link devices. I included steps to create this filter in the last 2 videos. Check one of those out if you'd like to see the steps. Click Select and next to Applicability Rules. This example won't use any of these rules. Go next to Review and Create, and then Create. That creates the policy and applies it to our Windows 365 Link devices. It took some time as it does with Intune, but now the policy has applied to the Link device. We can verify that by going to Devices and under Manage Devices Configuration and open the policy. We get an overview of the check-in status. Let's view the report. And that shows it was successful on the 2 accounts associated with the Link device. Now the policy is created and applied to the device. And now if we look at the sign-in screen for the Link device, we see it defaults to the USB key. There's also a web login. We can use that to log in with the username and password. Before we can test this, the user needs to set up their FIDO2 key, and we'll do that from the Link device. But since the key isn't set up, we need to sign in with a web login. We'll select that option, and just like before, we'll enter the username and password. Once we're logged in, we'll open a web browser and go to myaccount.microsoft.com. Once logged in, we'll update security information. We'll add a sign-in method and select the option for a security key. We'll select a USB device. It tells us we have to have one ready, and it has some instructions on the screen to follow in order to onboard the security key. We'll click Next. We'll select the option for security key and go Next. We'll click OK at security key setup. We have some more informational prompts. And we finally get to the step where we insert the USB key. We need to create a PIN to use with the security key. Let's create that. Click OK. Now it's asking us to touch the sensor on the security key. We have to do it again. We're just following the instructions on the screen. It's pretty easy. And now that passkey has been saved. We'll click OK. We have to give it a name so we can identify it. This will get the name YubiKey 1. The recommendation is for users to have more than one in case one gets lost or broken. We'll click Next, and that's done. Now I have a passkey bound to the device in my security information. The security information page has a short timeout window. Next, I'm going to log out of the cloud PC, restart the Link device, and log in with the YubiKey. I'm not sure it's necessary to restart it, but just for good measures, I'm going to do that. All right, we're back, and next we'll sign in, and this time we'll use the key. It's asking for a PIN. I'll enter that. Then I have to touch the key. And that's it. Now I'm connecting to my cloud PC from the link device with the security key. I didn't have to re-enter the credentials, and that ID is bound to that security device. That worked. We securely logged in with a security key and a PIN. That's a much easier sign-in experience for the end users. That's how you enable FIDO2 security key authentication for Windows 365 Link devices. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.